We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Second and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Breida, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Recon, 132 fighter.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Shoot.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barry, and going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Tyreek Hill with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards.
First and 10 at the 20.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Here's Breida. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
At the 45-yard line.
On the ready. Protein spill. Hey, let's go.
To throw on second down. Barry. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he will knock it all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Second and 5. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
56. Check 56. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. 56.
Big dribble.
Operating from the gun. Barry. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, you know, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 3. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready up.
59, Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, check. 59.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Alpha. Say go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Barry. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And the Rams first down.
And up. 10 Lobo.
56. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
From the gun, Barry. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Check 25. Check 25. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now a give right side McCaffrey. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
You don't want no problem from me.
5 yards on the play.
7-7, our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Indy.
Stay with your man. 56 to Mike, boy. 56.
Back to throw. Barry. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
They're on 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the run. He's coming. Double up. 22, check, Bubba. 22, check, Bubba. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now it's Breida. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. 2-6. Mike's 50. Let's get the ball. Mike 50.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Come on, let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off Byron Jones. And an alley to run. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch it.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. He'll drop to throw. And finding Pruitt. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Pruitt, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
On the return, the Rams take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Got it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't get...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
It's been a long day for you.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Barry. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
10-2 soft. Hey, Charlie.
Defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Now,
Check 56. Defense wins championships, baby. 56.
Ready?
Throwing on third and long. Barry. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now they're in the second quarter now in Oakland. The Raiders are out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Touchdown, Cowboys! Matt Breida with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Not today.
Yeah.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the run.
Back to throw. Barry. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Let's go.
The Rams on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Go. Go. Hey, check Mike 27.
Go.
27. Bring it. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Barry. He's got his man. That's Hardman. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Pull it together. Shift. Back.
Bravo.
Looking to throw. Barry. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
56, right there, 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey. High 7. Go.
56. Yeah. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the screen.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the screen.
Now.
Throwing on first down. Barry. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
80 weapons. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
50,
Hey.
56. Check 56. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep over. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Barry. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Jordan Willis. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yeah, let's get sacked. Hey, Haywood!
56 to Mike, boy, 56. Shaq, 56. Here we go, 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Operating from the gun, Barry. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Wake racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
They don't want to keep playing hard, fellas. Whoa! Let's get it.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Look at me, zipper.
Check 56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 56.
2nd and 2.
56.
And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Single receiver.
2nd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
I got you.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Ready. 22 stop.
Record.
Now.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Go. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Barry. His throw caught right around the 6. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Rush in. Look at me. Go.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. Barry. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robbie Anderson. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Let's go.
Now they'll, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning?
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 56, Mike 56. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Looking to throw. Barry, he's going to let this go for the... And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyreek Hill becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about...
He's got a man, complete. Give him 30 yards there. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Mike's 50.
Complete. Richardson has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he gets it down to the 32. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Cowboys on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Marr is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your...
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Following the fumble recovery. Barry, throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Mike 27.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Dallas, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.